know that's right. That is so nice.
Thank you. I don't think anyone saw it, but
okay, we can play it again. This is our show.
it is.
Oh my God. So while that was happening, we had all these issues. You didn't see it? It kept kicking us on and off. Charles, can you hear us? Okay. Charles is good in the backstage. Okay. Welcome back. If you are watching, welcome to ORNOT Podcast. We are your absolutely favorite sisters. Make sure you share wherever you are. If you're on YouTube, on Facebook, share that bad boy, subscribe, like our page. You know the deal.
Yeah, all that.
You are.
I am Danny.
That's it.
That sounds like a show. Like I am Legend. I am Danny. Yep, that's it. I'm her little sister.
Mm-hmm. I am Tasha Mack, your absolute favorite yogi master, brand strategist, all that good stuff. But my favorite title is being her big sister. We're ORNOT Podcast. We've been gone for a minute, y'all.
Yeah, we have. Do we have time to? Are we going to do a little update before we bring Charles in? Or are we going to bring Charles in?
Quick update. I mean, Charles is a real busy man, so the fact that he was able to set some time aside for us.
Yeah, you want to bring Charles in?
Well, no, we can do a quick update. Charles, do you have a second?
You just said he was a busy man.
No, I meant like I feel like he's okay with it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So why have we been gone? Where have we been? What can the people expect going forward? All of those things.
I don't even know why we've been gone for real. We've just been
gone because of life. There's all these things that go on in people's lives, guys. We don't get paid for this. That's the first thing. Eventually, we would love to, but we can't even stay consistent. So there's that.
And that's, you know what? To be honest, give yourself some flowers. I want to be honest. We went hard for a good 7 seasons. So if you ever want to go back and look on YouTube, there's a good, and I want to say a good 70 episodes. If you go to the live section of our page on ORNOT Podcast, make sure you put hashtag ORNOT Podcast. You go on YouTube, you will see 70 episodes. That's a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially for a podcast. Charles will tell you when he comes on, he watches podcasts, listens to podcasts. Podcasts don't stay around that long. They start up and they go away. So we stayed around for a long time. We went hard and heavy. And I think we just slowed our roll a little bit, but we never left, as you can see. Our following is still always here, and people are always asking when we're coming back. So we're back. We can't promise y'all what day of the week, but you just need to make sure you're following us so that we can get any updates.
I think the idea, a good way to kind of explain it is that this is supposed to be like a conversation between sisters. So the format of the show is going to change just a little bit. We still have Charles coming on his designated day, but the topic is not going to be one topic for the whole show. It's going to be multiple topics. However the conversation goes, that's how it's going to be led, because that's how conversations are. We could be talking about one Chris Brown and then Trey Songz and then how I got a flat tire. So there's
talk about Joe Biden or Donald Trump.
So there's all these things.
You know, there's so many different things that are going on in the world. If you know anything about ORNOT Podcast, we cover it all. So, and then I do want us to do a girls' night soon. So if you're interested on being on the panel with us to talk about relationships and girls' night stuff, let us know. Also, I would love to do a guys' night, except we ain't the guys. But I would love to do a panel with guys.
I think that would be fun, but I feel like men, specifically married men, they never want to join the show because they're afraid that their views may be ridiculed by their wives.
Well, we're not messing up. I'm not messing up.
No any home. So that's why, I mean, we've seen it like last season. People say stuff and they're like, "Oh, I can't say that," in the comments. So we're just putting it out there that we would love to have you come, but we are not trying to mess up homes.
None. Okay. So, if you don't already know, part of our show, we have Charles in charge. Charles comes on, he gives us whatever. This is his time. He tells us what's been grinding his gears. And it could be something good, it could be something bad. I've already heard that it's got to do with the BET Awards, so I didn't even watch it. Actually, I'm lying. I watched it for a little bit.
I don't partake in the BET Awards.
Oh, we'll get into that later. Let's go ahead and bring Charles in.
Yeah. Happy
Yay.
Thankful Thursday, folks.
Girls.
It's
Hey,
been a
Charles.
long time.
Welcome back.
Yes. It
Thank
feels
you.
good to be back.
I shouldn't have left you.
Yeah, I was waiting for the cue there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come with a song.
What you been up to, Charles? Tell us what you've been up to.
Oh
before.
my goodness. Between running a business, setting up an internship for a couple of kids that is trying to do like IT.
Okay.
Started up a video game company, so that's why you're seeing the influx of video games called Inacute Games with my
Okay.
college friend Muyu Dean.
Oh, yes. Big up Virginia State.
Yeah, so we've been like running all over the place, just trying to get like everything, like funding and everything else. We've been really all over the place, like working our jobs, doing the business, and keeping things going.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Good.
so
So you've been super busy. You took some time for us today. And I know when I reached out and said, hey, you got some time for me, you said yes because you wanted to discuss
always.
the BET Awards.
Yes. I always got time for or not. Y'all family, so it's no question with that.
Okay.
Now, yes. So before I do that, in honor of Thankful Thursday, I just challenge everyone that's watching this evening to be thankful for what you have. You may not be where you want to be, but you're definitely not where you used to be.
Yeah.
So I challenge you all just to spread some love.
That's
Now,
good.
speaking of love, now we got to turn our page to some tough love.
He's like, okay, now that I gave you something nice.
and that tough love is turned towards BET.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not even gonna call it by its original name tonight because of what I saw at the award show. So we're gonna call this Bad Entertainment Television.
What happened?
Girl,
What happened?
Yes. The awards were horrible. Now, okay, I'll put it to you this way. There were some parts that was good. They were celebrating 50 years of hip hop. Busta Rhymes got his Lifetime Achievement Award.
I heard the reggae section was good. I didn't
That
watch
was
it.
great.
Okay.
What bothered me and what really grinded my gears was the ratchetness that was all over the place.
Okay.
Did you see the two young ladies? One, I don't know if she was pregnant or not, but she was there with just whatever that was on. You had the girl next to her homegirl holding the stacks of money like we had a gambling spot.
I don't know what this is.
Little Uzi Vert got a phone thrown at him like they out in the parking lot.
Yes, I saw that on that. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he wasn't right the whole night.
He wasn't right the whole night.
He wasn't.
I tuned in and I will be honest, I tuned in, and when I tuned in briefly, it was because what's that young man's name? He has locks, very long locks, and he light skin raps about the Lord. I cannot think about this.
D1.
Is it Lacree?
What is it? D1. It's D1.
D1.
So D1 was live on Instagram and he was so upset. He was so upset. He was like, the BET Awards are horrible. He's like, don't turn to it. So, of course, I wasn't watching it. But since he said it was horrible, I was like, well, let me see what's going on. So I turned on the BET Awards. There's this young woman with very light foundation that looked like it didn't go through her skin. And she had different color hair. And she was a hot mess. And she was rapping. And the crowd was extremely happy about this song. So I had to get my child out of his bed. Because I didn't know who she was.
You got to get some clarification.
I need to know who this woman is. It was Ice Spice.
Ice Spice? Oh, Lord.
Right here.
Lord.
Okay. Well, her performance was horrible.
It was dry. Yeah. It wasn't icy.
It was not icy. It wasn't spicy. It wasn't none of that. It was horrible. So if that performance was anything like what I saw and the rest of the show, then I'm sorry, Charles.
It was horrible. And I'm sorry to the younger generation that's watching this. I'm old. I remember Teen Summit.
Oh, we've been given clarification of who two of those people's names.
Krishan Rock.
Sexy Red.
Oh,
Thank you.
excuse me. Thank you for the clear up. But I mean, Teen Summit. I mean, you had the Gospel Hour. I mean, if you wanted to see that, I thought I was watching BET Uncut for all my college heads. like
that bad, Charles?
Yeah, BET Uncut. You come home from the club and it's on the big screen TV in the dorm.
Yeah, you ever seen BET Uncut?
I think one time I saw it and that played that song Tip Drill.
The unedited version.
Right? Doesn't that sound right?
Yep, and it'd be one person in the dorm just watching it. When you coming back from the club, it'd be that one person that's in the dorm watching it.
There's one person in the lobby.
Yep. They done microwave their popcorn. They got their house slippers on, and they just watching BET.
Look, Charles, they done burnt their popcorn at a whole goddamn downstairs of the lobby.
And they got the cordless phone sitting right next to them just in case somebody calls.
So do you have any recommendations?
What I would recommend BET do to cut out all the ratchetness, first, enforce a dress code.
What?
I mean, listen. The Academy Awards do it. The Academy Awards, when they go, you don't see all that extra stuff. Put on a suit.
Somebody loved it, y'all. Somebody loved her.
Yes. Put on a suit. What are you doing? You got all this money. You can clown around all you want in your music videos. But when you come to receive an award, yes.
Well,
put on a suit.
On your next, in 2 weeks when you come back, baby, I'd like you to come with some dress code suggestions.
Yes. Your
takeaway from this is to provide us with some dress code suggestions. So then we can put it on a reel, and then we can maybe, Ice Spice might see it and be like,
yes. Look, Ice Spice needs to see this, and I'll give her some advice right now. Cover yourself. We don't need to see where everything is. Leave something to the guy's imagination. Fellas, cut your hair, or not even cut your hair off, but just spice it up a little bit and put a suit on. Act like you're going somewhere.
They were going somewhere.
Where, to the street? That's what it looked like.
So the question is, did you watch the whole thing?
I couldn't. I couldn't take it. I had to wait until somebody
call it bad entertainment. Bad
entertainment television for that night. I couldn't even call it black. I had to call it bad. We ain't got, because we ain't all lumped into that category. That's why I couldn't call it black. I had to call it bad.
That's fair.
You have anything else for the people? Because this was good. You left us with a lot to think about.
Left out something to think about. But honestly, I just want to just leave this with folks. Have pride in yourself wherever you're going.
Yeah,
that's true.
Precision is great. Like precision. Be precise.
Precision.
Don't look like you just woke up out of the bed when you outside and amongst people. Brush your teeth. Wipe your eyes.
Getting the creases.
Dress, iron, get the creases.
I agree.
Hey, somebody that uses starch all the time is more respectable than a wrinkly person.
Hello.
Well, I don't.
Let's keep it. Hey. I'm sorry. I'm
an ironing board.
Yes.
My parents are avid ironers, though. Like we grew up in an ironer house.
You have an iron?
I have an iron, but I just don't utilize it often.
Shoot, I throw some water and let that steam hit, and I don't mess around. Look, not gonna have me out here looking all wrinkled.
Nope. Charles, I think this is your time, but we do appreciate this because this is enough to make a reel off by itself. This is content. You're going to see this again, so be prepared. I would love for BET to get a hold of this one. But they do need some help because I did hear it was pretty bad.
Yes. So. Well, I will be sticking around in the comments, folks.
Please do, because we definitely need some feedback on what we're going to be talking about next.
Yes.
So, everybody say goodbye to Charles. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Later.
I see the people have come in. Well, it's about time.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Okay. So today we had all these different topics to talk about.
Since there are people here, I would like to play the thing again.
Y'all don't turn.
Or maybe no, at the end.
Yeah, because what happens is they log off. Why do people do that? If you stick around, you listen for a little bit, you might get something you like. Anywho, So all day today we were going to talk about different topics, but unfortunately, the internet was taken over by one topic.
Well, I
So
think.
go
Okay,
ahead.
that's fair. Go ahead.
So I think it's probably going to end up being the bulk of the topic. That was all.
Okay. Well, I think I was trying to look at the topics. It kind of goes along with what was going on the internet today, at least when it comes to standards and.
Oh yeah, it does. This
Hyper-independence.
thing was perfect for what we're talking about. So would you like to explain to the people what's going
Sure.
on?
Well, the people I'm sure know. So basically, Keke Palmer went to an Usher concert and she was gorgeous. But that's what we all thought when we saw her. Huh?
Go
You didn't think
ahead.
she was pretty?
I didn't love it, but go ahead. You didn't ask, so
I didn't ask. You're right. That was so many.
Charles didn't like it.
Charles, he didn't.
He said Keke was showing
her business. Well, I mean, I liked her face was pretty, and I understood the concept. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, her boyfriend went on the internet and he showed his tail. He went all the way off, said that she was a mother, she shouldn't be dressed like that, and he was just disgusted. And she's a representation of him. If you are a wife and a mother, you're a representation of him. There is so much wrong in that statement in regards to him specifically.
Why so?
Well, first of all, he's not a husband. So that's not a wife.
It matters?
You said that she's a wife and a mother.
Hey, I am here to challenge you.
No, I'm just saying that's what he said. He said that she's a wife and a mother. She's not a wife. She is a mother, but like you also have no authority over her because you're not even a husband.
True. Hello.
So you have no authority.
But then we go a little deeper. You're not a husband, but you're not a husband because you didn't make her a wife.
Right.
So like you're utilizing these responsibilities and roles that you think, but I don't know. Then we go a little deeper. If he was her husband, would it matter?
Well, I think that if he was her husband, he should have left that. She walked out your house.
She's a celebrity. It's a very possibility that she did not get dressed at home.
It's a possibility, but I'm almost certain that she was like, hey, look what I'm going to put on. Or this is what I'm thinking about. This is the look for Usher's concert. This wasn't she didn't just get up out the bed and go to her closet and be like, I think I'm going to wear this little sheer number.
Anissa said, that's Niecy Dan. Anissa said that single woman is embracing her mommy vibe. And Adama said that he could have addressed her in private. So you felt that it should have been in so two sides to it. Do you think it should have even been addressed?
Especially not on the internet. He is dead wrong. If she wants to walk out the house in a shared dress, then let her walk out the house. You can't let her do anything because you're not her husband first. So it can be a discussion. But
Charles said he might be proposing this year.
No, he's not. I think Keke's gonna leave that man.
So if there's any men out there, because there's quite a few of y'all watching. So I know Anissa, Adam, and Charles are not the only ones watching and listening. I would like you to know how other people feel. Please chime in on the comments. Let us know if you feel that he should have said anything. And do you believe that he will maintain his role?
Okay, now I have some evidence. There's a post that he made or she made, and she is like twerking, and he's like, oh, the baby gave her this booty. Oh, you was fine with that. You was fine with that, but you mad when Usher looking at it.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Ojo says he was liking that outfit. That's why he shot up the club, so he should have known that's what it's going to be. Well, he makes a very good point. So then, but that opens up thank you, Mr.
What does that mean?
That opens up a whole nother window because basically saying that she presented herself this way in the beginning. This is how they got themselves into where they are now. So why is he surprised? It's just like the man who don't want his woman to wear weave, but you met her with weave. All of a sudden, he's surprised that she wear weave. Well, you met her this way.
She's always been very outgoing. She's always been self-expressive. She's always done whatever she's always been very controversy. When she was talking about Trey Songz and all the other things.
She's talking about Claire Huxtable. I didn't like that.
Claire Huxtable?
Yes, she said Claire Huxtable was annoying. I did not like that. That was not for the culture. I'm sorry. I'm going to be very honest. I'm not a fan of her outfit. I'm not a fan of her. But I do think that he should have did it in private. And I do think he's nobody. Somebody online said he's her employee.
I love that girl. I love her. I watch her on TikTok. Yeah, and she made a good point. She was like, we don't even know who this man is. He is the brother to the man that was on Issa Rae's Insecure show.
Oh,
is that man?
Oh, that is him.
That's his brother.
Oh, so he's not a celebrity?
No. Do you know Darius Thompson? Have you ever heard of his name?
I'm into, myself and other things. I don't focus on.
If you Google him right now, it's only him and her pictures that come up. It's very little pictures of him by himself. We don't know what that man does.
What does he do for a living?
I don't know.
What's his last name?
Dalton. D-A-U.
Anybody know what Darius Dalton does for a living?
It doesn't really matter because
I wanted to know if he worked for her, because the lady said she was an employee, or do you think she was trying to be funny? I was trying to figure
out. She was trying to be funny, and he doesn't work for her.
Exactly.
He thought she was gonna switch up and be Akilah and the Bee after childbirth. Maybe that's what he thought.
It still don't matter. He was real wrong. Hear me out. I believe further up, Anissa said that she put him out. So I'm wondering if there's some truth to that. Could be some updates that I'm not aware of. But my question is, what if they were already having some issues? I don't mean no harm, but for your man, if I know him to be the man that he is not gonna watch me do something on this show and then come up here in the comments and say how he feel. We're fine. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
not okay.
Right. Now, did you see the clip of her mom and him where they were talking about Summer Walker and Lil Meech?
No.
So that's a good reference point. They were talking about Summer Walker and Lil Meech. He brought it up on this podcast. He's like, so what would you do if it was a Summer Walker and Lil Meech situation with me? And she was like, I'm blind to the BS. She was like, if somebody asked me, her mom was like, what if somebody comes up to you and asks, like, I saw your man doing this? And she was like, I saw your man too. She was like, I'm blind to the BS. I'm not addressing it. She said she's not addressing it. I don't think she's going to address it to the extent that we are hoping.
Well, somebody asked her about it recently, like after it happened, or yesterday when it happened. And she said that they asked her how she felt about it. She was like, I had a great time and Usher put on a great show. She's not addressing it. But Adama says that she created a whole reel on Father's Day about being grateful for him. So maybe they were okay, but maybe he's out of pocket. Maybe he's maybe he's that man that you can't, Lord forgive me, the person that you can't control. Because there's a man and a woman in a relationship that you just might not be able to control.
You should not be controlling anyone.
No, agreed. I mean, control his mouth. He needs to shut his mouth. What? He needs to be quiet. What?
You said control. We cannot control this man.
Control, y'all. Lord. I did not mean
that word then.
He should know to be a little bit more careful what he says in the public eye, considering the mother of his child is an entertainment person, artist, whatever you want to call her, actress, singer, whatever. I'm not a fan, so I'm probably not going to be the best person to back this up. I do think he was wrong, though.
So Amy says, I think he felt disrespected touching the way Usher was looking.
Okay, so let's go there. What does that mean, Danielle?
Well, I mean, she went to an Usher show, and if anyone has ever been to an Usher concert, I went to an Usher concert a very long time ago, and I came home and told my mom, oh my gosh, I would like to become a performer. So it's life-changing.
Anthony did say up above that he's not going to last long, the boyfriend.
He's not like this. If he keeps this up.
Yeah, he currently looks like a sucker.
He does. Okay, so Usher was touching her. So how do you feel about that?
I think, well, Okay, how do you? I mean, so is there? So okay, women. This is a women question. So is that a rule? Is that like okay? So it's Usher and Trey Songz. So it's a rap. Like okay, I'm married, but if Usher calls me on the stage or Chris
He's
Brown
not
calls me,
married.
I'm okay. Fine. You have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. Usher calls me on the stage. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to say, "Wait a minute, Usher, I'm in a committed relationship, and you are not supposed to run your hands down my body and you saying you're my baby"?
This happens at concerts all the time. They have a lap dance session
but we don't know what happens when they go home.
Janet Jackson, when she does her concert, she brings a nice young man and sits him down. Is anybody asking her if she asked the wife?
Amy says she would decline. So Adama said it's a no. So people are saying that they would not do it.
I don't believe y'all. Y'all are capping. I don't believe that at all.
Well, Anthony says they're entertainers. They're putting on a show. It's not that deep.
I think that I think that Usher is an entertainer first. I don't think he was trying to be disrespectful.
Charles.
Exactly. If you are
Charles has been married for 11 years, per the information he provided previously.
If my boyfriend goes to a Janet concert and he's the one, I'm gonna be like, do it. Do it, Janet. Get it done.
Look. If Janet calls him up, he'll be like, either you going up there or I'm going up there.
One of us gotta go.
One of us gotta go.
It's Janet Jackson. This is her last concert. One of us has to go.
Stop it. You're trying to say Janet is old.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, she's seasoned. That probably was her last concert, Tasha. She's old. She's older.
Janet was getting it.
She was getting it. But
Anissa is literally the only woman that says she going on the stage. Hello? I'm going on the stage, guys. I'm going on the stage.
Yeah, Anthony said Amy is lying. I'll have to agree with Anthony.
He said, Miss Amy, you're definitely going on the stage.
At least he was respectful. She's definitely lying.
Look, now Adama is retracting her response.
No, you can't retract it, Adama. You have to any performer.
Bro, you're going on the stage. And if I'm your friend, one of us.
Okay, this is good. Clear example. No one said anything when Beyonce turned out Terrence Howard. Jay-Z didn't say a word, and the world was fine.
Right. Well, because Jay-Z didn't say anything. So if Jay-Z said something, we would have had a similar conversation, but he never would have because he's an entertainer and he knows it's not that deep. Beyonce don't want Terrence Howard, and Keke don't want Usher, and Usher don't want Keke. Trust me.
So that's the bottom line. It's not that deep. It's a performance.
Yeah.
So, someone said, I'm gonna hope my husband don't see it.
And that's another thing. What's the odds? The odds is
happening.
Huh? Yeah. The odds are so slim to none, y'all. Come on.
Yeah, they are.
Calls you on the stage. You're the only one. Look, hello. When Usher calls, you answer. Well, I don't know. I guess
what do you mean you don't know? It's Usher Raymond.
He don't do that for me.
My drop top cruising the streets.
Hey.
Yeah. We got the same ad libs. Okay. So
we all know that Keke's not gonna be with him long. That's basically what we got from this.
You said she on the stage. Amy said he doesn't do it for her. Okay. Amy.
He don't do it for me neither. He gives me old man vibes.
He is older.
I'm just saying.
He's still a performer. Okay, so I think that lead us to our does this lead us to our
15 more minutes?
Okay, that's fine. We're gonna talk. So basically, this kind of leads into the next topic, which is because I think Keke would be considered a modern woman.
Okay.
Now, I think that she could. What?
The fact that we haven't taken down Jess's.
Sorry. So I think Keke could be considered a modern woman. So do you think she, in this situation, is she giving off masculine vibes because she's like, I don't care what my man thought? Is this hyper independence? Like she's like, I'm a mama, I'm gonna do what I want. Is that inappropriate?
What you see?
my Roku was doing something.
Look now, if you see something while you're on the air, you gotta let all of us know so we can get off
If
the
I
air.
see something, then I'm not staying here tonight.
Okay. Somebody in the comments better go get you because she can't say it tonight. Okay, so do I think it was masculine energy of her because she said that she's gonna wear what she wants to wear and she don't care what he said?
Well, I think it leads to the thing of like women today. Do we put off masculine energy because we're modern women? One, and can we sometimes be hyper independent, which basically means like, oh, I can do it all by myself. I don't need nobody. I'm a boss. B.
I don't know.
Okay. Why don't you know to talk it through and process it?
What do you think?
What are we trying to battle? I think that
get over that, Anthony.
Battle what?
Battleground. See how you didn't even know no more?
Oh. I think that women have had to be masculine. Nothing is over here, y'all. Stop. I don't like playing like that.
Well, you the one looking over here to the left while we're on air.
There are no spirits in this house. I am covered by the Holy Spirit. So it's just that my TV is on. That's
Amen.
it. Okay. So there's that. Do I think I think women can be masculine at times. Yeah, I think that. But I think they have to be.
I think that's by default. Women have to take on a masculine role. I don't think women are masculine. I think they have to take on a masculine role. Amy says that turns off for a lot of men, and I'm learning that the hard way, but they need to step up. I think, unfortunately, men, not all men in general, but I think, unfortunately, men have gotten used to the masculine woman, and they don't realize it. So you're used to the woman doing so much that you pull back and you don't do enough.
What? But are there men out here that aren't trying to work?
Hold on, but at the same time, you want your woman to do soft things.
Like what?
So, for example, if you want me to do X, Y, yes, I have a comb in my hand, y'all. If you want to do X, Y, and Z, you want me to do all these things. You want me to cook. You want me to clean. You're not able to make as much money. So I therefore have to have a full-time job. I have to pick up all the kids. I have to walk the dog. I have to do X, Y, and Z. But I'm also supposed to do all the woman things. All the women things. What? Okay. Why are you laughing? Oh, okay. We'll get to you in a second, sir. So you want me to do all the woman-like things, i.e. sexual things that women do, that sometimes men may want to have sex every night. Well, if you want to have sex every night, I mean, baby, you got to take off something off this list.
What?
What if I'm asleep? What if I'm asleep? You got me cutting the grass. Hold on,
if you're cutting the grass, he has to go. If you're cutting the grass,
you asking me to provide you with an example. I don't have these issues. I'm just saying, if this was you get what I'm saying. So what's happening? Women are taking on so many roles.
Yeah.
So then there's these men that come in. I don't know any, to be very honest with you, but I've heard of men that come in. Danielle, stop looking over to the left.
What is wrong with y'all? It's nothing in here, y'all. I have no spirits in this house. Okay. Goodness. I just look to the left, to the right sometimes.
See? Okay, let's catch up because apparently you didn't like what I had to say. The right man, Ojo said, the right man's a very nice picture, sir. The right man will dumb all that down and she can go back into being her best, feminine, vulnerable, and accepting self. Sir, that is called soft. That's soft. That's the soft life. Let me school y'all real quick. I am living a soft life over here.
Wait a minute.
What? Okay.
How did this become about you?
No, because this was his definition is what I'm getting and what
Okay.
I'm living, and so that's. But I ain't always lived that life. So what I'm saying is this like that right there, where a woman can feel her best, feminine, vulnerable, and accepting self, is where all women want to be. But unfortunately, there are a large amount of men who have gotten used to the bad B persona, and whether they think they don't like it. But I think they would rather like it than to work hard and do more.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I agree. I think that women do tend to be masculine because they have to. I agree with that statement full-heartedly. I think it is hard for a woman to become soft when you're dating someone who is doing the right thing.
First of all, I have an HOA that cuts my grass. Second of all, I've never cut my grass. Anthony, thank you. And
No.
Amy said she wants it. You said what?
Dad cut it and Elijah cut it. There's that.
And Amy said she wants it so badly. The soft life is like, where is that right now? Women prefer the soft life than the bad B.
But you know what, I saw a lady on TikTok yesterday, and she said she defined soft life. She was like, everybody doesn't get a soft life. And that's true. You have to deserve a soft life. So meaning you worked for that soft life. I have a soft life because I now have worked my way up whatever, like the corporate food chain, or
But when I hear soft life, I think of something different. I don't think of that.
Well, I mean, I am able to live that way because of the means I've made. That's the soft. If you are a single woman and you're not dating anyone, you're not in a committed relationship, you can't have a soft life by yourself.
No, but if you are dating, I'm talking about it as a person that's dating. I'm thinking about it being the soft life being given from a man and a woman's standpoint, because we were talking about man and woman. I wasn't talking about it from that standpoint. So we were just talking about it from two different standpoints. Anissa said when a woman is comfortable and feels secure, she will be softer. It's a known fact. Yep. But a woman is sometimes not comfortable and doesn't feel secure. Therefore, she has to go into masculine roles to take over. That's what's happening here. That's why there aren't many women feeling like they are soft, because they are having to play more masculine roles.
So why don't men see it? Like, I'm not understanding why men are just like, they just have so much to say. Soft life, but certainly not Florida Evans before James died. Like, I don't know who Florida Evans is.
Girl!
Are you talking about the good times?
Yeah, you know who Florida Evans is.
Ooh, I had to take it back. I'm like, are these people here currently? Okay. You want Tasha just explained. I mean, that's my version of soft life.
I'm gonna go back up because I feel like Anissa explained it. Did I miss it? Anissa explained it. Oh, here it goes. When a woman is comfortable and feels secure, she will be softer. When a woman
any situation.
In any situation. So a woman feels comfortable in her own life and she feels secure, whether it depends on what you need. So me, I don't need financial security from a man, but I want to feel safe. Mm-hmm. I do need that. I don't feel that by myself. So now in my current situation, I feel secure and safe. So therefore, I feel like I'm living a softer life. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's what I get from it. I mean, women, please chime in.
Anthony's dying laughing.
Yes. And our mother has said JJ's mom. She wants you to know who.
I know that, y'all. The reference was out the blue for me. Sorry. Rolinda's catching up, I guess. She said
yes. So that's the soft life. I think that is very interesting. If we refer it back to Keke, I mean, I don't think she was tapping into her masculinity by telling her and him that she don't care.
Okay. I don't think she was either.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think a woman should be able to make their own decision. And I think if a man is with a woman and he feels like the way she dresses is inappropriate, that's something that he should have evaluated in the beginning. You had a chance. There was an opportunity. There was a time y'all went to Walmart. You felt like her shorts was too short. Or she walked around the house and went to there's different things. Like she answered the door and the mailman came.
Oh, he created a video with her clapping her cheeks.
Right. So like kind of back to what Ojo said, like don't capitalize on it when it's easy for you. Like you knew, I don't mean no harm. Keke is a bit much sometimes. So so she has her moments. So you knew this.
Right. I think a big part of the issue was that it was a man in the picture.
Oh, I think that he was intimidated. It's Usher. And he's the brother of a celebrity. So
Yeah.
there's a couple pieces to this that we haven't unpacked.
Yeah.
And we don't know if he is an employee. If everybody, we will have to post it on our. Matter of fact, we'll post the reel on our story. If you go to the ORNOT podcast
He's
story,
not an employee.
Instagram,
That's the girl that I follow on TikTok.
I know, but what I'm saying is, what if he feels like an employee?
Then he needs to get a job somewhere else.
What he was doing.
Huh?
That's why I asked what he was doing. Like, what you been
He's
doing?
like in the film industry or something. He does something, but it's not significant. It's not Keke Palmer. It's not what she's doing.
Yeah.
He's not making Akila B money still.
It's not. So, was there anything else you wanted to cover before we go?
No, I think that's it. Huh?
I know you had a list, so I didn't want to deviate.
Well, we can go back. I mean, we didn't get to the list, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. We got lots to go, so.
Yeah.
Well, this was real good, y'all. See, this is what we do. Note to self, we were created because we sit on FaceTime for hours and either don't talk or talk about things just like this. And we might say something like, would you do that or not? Danielle, you want to go to the store?
Or not? Do you feel like talking to that man? That's up to,
I'll call Danielle right now. Should I answer the text? She was like, you can.
Or not.
Right. So if you ever wonder where the hell the name came from, that's where the name came from. Some information. Keke Palmer's boyfriend, Darius Jackson, I hate his name, appears to delete Twitter account as she posted Vegas pics.
He's back already. He's back
on Twitter already?
He's posting Kanye West videos. So he's
Darius is lost.
She said, y'all thought I was gone. Literally, that is basically the content of what the Twitter message said. He is already back, acting like a fool.
Well, Anthony said before y'all go, Chris Brown's song "Summer Too Hot" is the song.
Thank you, Anthony. We appreciate that. Okay, but yeah, so that's where our show came from. We've been doing this how many seasons?
7 seasons. So if you just couldn't get enough, then you share all of this with all your family and friends, and then you subscribe, and then you tell all your people to subscribe. Send this to your mama, tell her to subscribe on YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed, you should already be subscribed. And
if you aren't already subscribed.
Yeah, so if you commented, if 12 people, 12, 14, 17, we had a couple numbers up here. All you in here that we counted your comments, you commented and you're not subscribed, that's embarrassing. You're not really.
I mean, they must be something because they're in here.
No, that I might have sent them the link.
Okay.
That's what people do. They watch and then they don't subscribe.
Well, that's whack. Yeah, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We are on all major platforms, guys. We are on all the fruits and veggies. Y'all know it was coming. We are on all the fruits and veggies, Apple, Spotify. We are on the outside of the grocery store, just all the good things that's for your body or not included. And so if you haven't done that, hit the subscribe. If you haven't, like it, share it, because that's what keeps us going. When people don't share and don't like and don't support, we don't have the motivation. We need affirmation sometimes. Yes, we do have merch. We have merch as well. Thank you, Charles.
If Charles is up here, he's working the crowd. So if you want your own ORNOT podcast hoodie, shirt, or if you see all these cute little sayings that we say up here, we have these on t-shirts. There are more to come. There's a lot in this little box. Go ahead, Danielle. Did you want to show your commercial before you go?
Well, it's just going to be the outro. We have a new intro. You guys can check it out. And that's it. I mean, we out.
And the outro was made by my baby sister. She did all of that because she's the shiznit. Okay, make sure y'all follow us. We'll be back next week.
I am for hire. So I'm freelance. If you have a podcast. and you need an intro or outro.
I'm not.
Bye.
Y'all.